The Citizenship Award is given to professional engineers who have made substantial contributions to humanity while maintaining their identities as professional engineers. The contribution may have been made in any milieu as either a voluntary or paid service, but must be outside of the nominee's regular employment. Those who earn this award have given freely of their time, professional experience, and engineering expertise to the benefit of humanity. The recipient of this year's Citizenship Award is Jeanette Southwood.
I'm Jeanette Southwood. I'm the Vice President, Corporate Affairs and Strategic Partnerships at Engineers Canada. In parallel with my work, I've always been a volunteer, and a volunteer for a number of different organizations over the years. So at Engineers Canada, my team includes our Equity, Diversity and Inclusion team, our outreach and engagement work, our communications work, and our government relations and public affairs work. So some of the things that some of our audience may have seen, we collaborated with Girl Guides to create a crest that would include Engineers Canada's logo, and it's become so successful that we've been approached by other organizations. Another wonderful success is our Future City program. Future City involves grades 6, 7, and 8 students in learning about what is the engineering cycle. And our aim is to have students keep as many doors open as possible so that at the minimum, engineering is a possibility. I was born in Cape Town, South Africa during the time of apartheid. And in South Africa, during the time of apartheid, my family was defined as a colored family. And that means that we were part black and part white. And being colored meant that we could only live in certain parts of Cape Town. We could only sit on certain parts of the bus. There were only certain schools that I would have been able to go to. And my parents realized early on that not only was the system of apartheid going to be a challenge for myself and my sisters, so they moved to Canada. As you can imagine, if we had stayed in South Africa, I would not have been able to become an engineer. So if I flash forward to when I graduated from engineering, it was the very first convocation, the very first university graduation that they had ever attended. So that was a very proud moment for me, but it was a very proud moment for my entire family. Yes, I do see equity, diversity, inclusion becoming better or improving within the engineering profession. When I started my career, it really wasn't something that was discussed. I felt personally that I had to break down the barriers to have the positions that I had. I knew when I looked around, for example, that there were no other people like myself in the positions that I was aspiring to. And so I knew that to be able to reach that position or to even be considered for that position or thought about being in that position, it was going to be a barrier that would need to have to be broken. One of the wonderful things about working for Engineers Canada is that although we're working on the challenges of the present, we have a wonderful opportunity to contribute to making things better for the future. Our 30 by 30 initiative, which aims to have 30% of newly licensed engineers being female identifying by 2030. And most recently, we released a equity, diversity, and inclusion training webinar. So we're very happy about that. And that continues to be a direction in which Engineers Canada will go. When OSPE shared with me that I was receiving the Citizenship Award, they also shared with me that I had been nominated by the University of Toronto. However, my nominators came from other organizations that I have also volunteered for. And one of those is the Canadian Navy. My Royal Canadian Navy role is a relatively recent one, and it's a volunteer role that originated from me being appointed by the Federal Minister of National Defense to be an honorary captain, to be affiliated with the naval engineering community. And it's the very first position of its type. I have a geographic affiliation also, a fleet maintenance facility, Cape Scott, out in Halifax. It's so wonderful to be part of this celebration and this program.
In recognition of her endless promotion of equity and inclusion, dedication to volunteerism, and creating awareness of the role of engineering and professional engineers in Canadian society, Jeanette Southwood is a worthy recipient of the Citizenship Award.